Who's ready for a chaotic unboxing?
Me!
The WS-B1000. All right?
Me!
Donald's ready. All right, we got a plastic baggie ensconcing this WS-B1000.
Go.
There it is. Does this look like Steve's watch?
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that. This is the G-Shock GD-B500. It didn't fit me. So Steve, borrows whatever watches he wants of mine. So I figured I might as well give it to him. All right, now you see this tag. It says, where'd the tag go? Oh, okay, my kid took it. It was Brian. Bluetooth enabled. I don't like Bluetooth. Those of you who are subscribers of the channel know that I don't like Bluetooth on my watch. Despite that, I am wearing the GDB H2000, which has Bluetooth. I use it for a long time without Bluetooth, which you can. It's usable without the Bluetooth. In this G-Shock, the GD-B500, which is $120 retail, has Bluetooth capabilities and a step tracker. And this is just released, this Casio Bluetooth enabled digital step tracker, and it has 200 lap memory, 100 meters of water resistance. Not quite as tough as the G-Shock. You can see it's very similar in design, in that it has the tank Cartier type of shape to it, which is narrower than some of these big old G-Shocks, right? So let's take this off of its little plastic stand, and moment of truth, let's see if it fits. Those of you who watched the unboxing of the GD-B500 know that it did not quite fit. I could get it on the last notch. All right, Donald. Not everybody wants to see your knife. Donald, in the sheath. Okay, I guess they're going to see it anyways. Can unsheath his knife. That's Donald's. Brian made it for him. Is that right, Donald?
No, it's a sword.
Okay, it's a sword. Excuse me. All right. Now that we got that out of the way, let's look at the watch. The WS-B1000. All right?
Daddy, I can see right here.
Okay. So there we go. Let's see if it fits. This was of interest to me as a big wrister, whether a watch fits. Not all watches fit, so you'll indulge me for one moment. Let me just see if it fits. And yeah, it does. It fits. It's on. I guess it looks ridiculous on account of it being so diminutive, let's just say. But the strap is long enough. The strap is longer than the GD-B500, and just for comparison's sake. And I believe that my wrist is it's less than 8.5 inches now. I think it's 8 3/8.
Definitely, got a new sword.
So on the last notch,
Paper sword.
the GD-B500 just makes it. So if you're a big wrister, you may not find the G-Shock GD-B500 would fit, but this WS-B1000 may fit better. All right. I mean, strap-wise, it's kind of ridiculous.
This is my.
But anyways, for a small wrister, this could be a good option because it's very narrow, right? So it's not as obtrusive as some other watches. All right, guys, can you quiet down? In the GD-B500, this black came in a negative LCD, very difficult to read. But look at this. This is pretty easy to read. Now, this is under LED light, so we are going to lose it a little bit because of the polarizing light effect of the LCD. All right? But with my experience with the WS-1700, I lost it a lot in the LED light, but when I took it out in the sun, it did fine. So I'm going to assume that this WS-B1000 is the same way, that in the sun, outdoors under regular light, it should be fine. Now, look at these buttons. They're metal, right? Which Actually, the GDB 500 has plastic buttons. So in some ways, this could be an upgrade. You get metal buttons right here, except for the mode button, which is plastic. So 1 out of the 4 buttons is this plastic mode. So all right, we have the stopwatch. Let's check. Ooh, you got to beep when you start, okay? 1/100ths of a second, and you have the lap time as well as the main time. So let's add a split, okay? And I believe to split it, we'll press this button.
I can move your hand.
Did that work? Yes. Okay, so the first lap on the bottom was,
Don't look at me.
it showed you the split time.
Ready?
Oh, I'm sorry, I pressed adjust, and this is showing the regular time, the actual time on the bottom.
What?
So let's get a split. How would we get a split? Nope, that just starts and stops it, of course. The light button does not split it. Let's try the mode. Oh, the mode changes the mode. All right, well. Oh, right here, lap. This center button. Okay, let's try that again. Yes, I am a moron. I'm a low IQ. All right, well, there's a timer. Let's just start the timer. It's a 10-minute timer. And again, at the bottom, we see the time that is set on this watch. And this is the second time zone, DT. And we have the alarms, all right? I don't know how many alarms there are, but there they are. And we're back to the main time. Okay, so obviously this time's incorrect. This time's probably set to Tokyo. So we'll have to update, set the time. Now, this is, as we saw, a Bluetooth-enabled watch. So with the Casio Watches app, we can go in and set the time that way. And it should automatically set it too, which means that the functionality is very similar between the WS-B1000 and the GDB 500. I'm assuming, all right? Well, let's go back to where we have the stopwatch. It's still rolling, all right? So as I just noticed, the lap button is right here on the forefront of the watch. So let me press it. And we get a beep. The split time, so lap 2 should be going right now. All right, yeah, so the time was rolling. Did you guys see that? Let's add lap 3. So the time's still rolling, but it stopped in order for you to view the lap time. All right? So this could be a great watch for a coach, you know, who wanted to time laps. If you are, you know, a track coach, I guess. All right, and the timer should still be rolling down, and it is. Let me just stop it and reset it, which is the lap time, and we're going to set it to see how high it goes, because you know how I flip out when a timer only goes up to 60 minutes. So let's see how many minutes this one goes up to. Up to 40 minutes. And 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60. All right. So we have a 60-minute limit on the timer, all right, which I believe is the same as this, and unfortunately is the same as the GBDH 2000, which my son Brian just repackaged in the WS-B1000 box, okay? So, all right, this is a $400 watch, Brian, retail, and you just put it in a box of a watch that I believe was $40 or $50. I forgot how much I paid for this. I don't think this is really an El Cheapo Casio. Nonetheless, this is ridiculous. You even put the plastic back on the GBDH 2000. This is preposterous. First of all, the GBDH 2000 is used now. I couldn't even try to return it, and it's still a more expensive watch. All right, Ryan, you're gonna have to take that out, all right? But anyways, the GBDH 2000, the timer only goes up to 60 minutes too. So, for whatever reason, Casio's gone crazy limiting their timers to 60 minutes, which is outrageous. All right. Anyways, so there's one function here when we're going through the modes that I have not determined what it's for, which is when you go to the main time, you have a stopwatch, all right? Then you have this. It says record. So maybe this is the when it's hooked up to the phone. But anyways, if you have like a G-Shock watch like this one, you should already have the Casio Watches app, and this watch will access the same app, Casio Watches. Okay, so I have to set that up. So check back in for when I do that. But I would say that this watch, you know, it's really crazy how it was released right around the time of the GDB-500. I just got the email that this was released. And in general, I do like, you know, more diminutive watches that are unobtrusive. And so I am happy to say that the band is still long enough for a big wrister. I think most big wristers, this should be able to fit. However, it does look, I mean, it kind of looks ridiculous, but it does fit pretty comfortably, all right? And so I've had my second son, Steve, testing out this watch, this G-Shock GDB-500, see what he says. Now, the GDB-500 has the strap that goes into this, it's almost like a built-in adapter, right? And so it makes the band at a fixed angle. This band splays out all the way on this brand new Casio WS-B1000, okay? Now you know that I am a advocate for the splaying band, which is what is on the GDB H2000, okay? To me, like to a big wrister, it's better, it fits better, okay? And so, right off the bat, I would say that I do like the diminutive dimensions of this watch, and the legibility is better on this positive LCD. But of course, the G-Shock does feel more rugged, a little bit better built. But for a G-Shock, I mean, the GDB 500 does seem a little bit on the chintzy side, you know, with the plastic buttons and everything. So ironically, the Casio has the metal buttons. And there's a little animation going around in this, this little complication on the upper right corner. See, it's ticking away the seconds. And then when you go to the stopwatch, it ticks away the seconds for the stopwatch. It fills in for each minute. And I think you have what did I say, 200 laps? What does it say over there, Phil? 200 laps? So I'm just going to show you. You just keep on holding the lap time, pressing the button to get this laps. You see it recording the laps. How many of you guys run laps? Running laps around the track. Each time you run around the track, just press the lap button, and you can get your split time and the overall time. So I guess the max number of laps you should ever run is 4, right? That would be 1 mile. You're crazy if you run more than a mile. But anyways, this has some type of you can get your information from this this WS-B1000 to your Casio Watches app. So I guess it will relay your workout information. Now it has a step counter, right? Let me stop this. Maybe that's what we were looking at. So I guess maybe this is a step counter. You think so? All right. Well, oh, you can review all your laps. All right. I have no idea about this additional information, so I don't want to lead anybody down the wrong path. But there is a step tracker, as you can see. All right, now there's a different watch in this box. This is the venerated square, the GW5610, which who put it in this box? It doesn't belong here. It is all right. Okay, all right. This is ridiculous. And this is Brian's watch. All right, Brian, come try this new watch on. Try on the WS-B1000. All right, Brian has a smaller wrist. We'll see how it fits on him. Bring your wrist right here. All right, let's put it on his wrist, and you can see what it looks like. All right, Brian, how old are you?
11.
11. All right. There you go. You got a big old tail. Let's move this keeper up here. And this keeper has notches, so the keeper will stay up. All right. Brian's going to crank down the band even more. All right. So what do you think, Brian?
It's smaller than this one.
It's smaller than the G-Shock. That's right. Do you like this new Casio?
Yeah.
It's small, right? The watch is small, but the band is still pretty long. So if you're a small wrister, you may like the size, but then may not like this tail sticking out, right? Do you agree, Brian?
Yeah. Sticks out in this one too.
Oh, G-Shock sticks out. All right, Brian, try on this one, the GDB500, the watch that Steve's been wearing. And Steve's going to provide a review for us.
Yada, yada, yada.
It's probably going to have to be a written review since he doesn't really talk, so I'll read it in a dramatic fashion.
Yada, yada, yada.
But anyways, oh, Denise is over here. Denise, would you like to...
the new one?
This is the new one. It has a step tracker, and like I don't know about how to access any of the step tracker functionality. I'm going to have to, read the manual. But it does have a step tracker, and so you guys are going to have to stay tuned and come back for more information about exactly how the step tracker works, how you access the step tracker information from the watch versus the app. All right, Donald, cut it out. All right, Denise is going to put it on. Denise, bring your wrist over here. All right. And how big is your wrist? It's like 6 inches almost?
I don't remember.
All right, you're going to have to come over more. Hold on. And hold the... All right. Turn it around. All right, you can move the keeper up. Move the keeper up.
Well, let me tighten it up.
Okay. Like I said, this is a chaotic unboxing.
All your unboxings are chaotic, Jimmy?
Yeah, all my videos are chaotic. If you like order, then this is not the YouTube channel for you. All right, what do you think, Lil D?
I got the tail contained.
Yeah, okay. So at 6 inches, it looks like it fits really well, and that the tail end of the band doesn't stick out too far, right? And you have those notches to keep the. All right, Donald's on the table. Donald, all right. So.
It's lightweight.
Yeah.
Feels pretty comfortable.
Uh-huh.
It doesn't feel. It doesn't feel as rugged as my normal watch, like my everyday watch.
Yeah.
Feels more solid than this one. This one feels a little more plasticky.
Well, yeah, it's a Casio.
Oh, okay.
So this Casio is, I forget how much I paid. It was like 50 or 60 bucks. So it wasn't really an El Chivo Casio. It costs a little bit more on account of having the step tracker and the Bluetooth on it.
Oh yeah, so it has the lap button.
Yeah, you can when you have the stopwatch going, you can record your laps.
Oh, okay.
And there's a step tracker too, which I was telling everybody, I don't know how it displays the step count information.
Is that the stopwatch?
Yeah.
There you got a new box.
Timer. What's DT?
But that's the second time zone.
Oh. Oh, dual time?
Yeah. All right. So
Mommy,
you can
that's
set the
cool.
watch the old-fashioned way, which is just to hold down the adjust button. And, oh, steps are off. Here, turn the steps on. All right, guys, we're making progress here, figuring out this watch. On. Steps are on. All right. Now how's the watch changed? Let me put this camera back on the stand. And you're gonna have to take it off. Now the step counting information on other watches, like on the GBD-H-2000, is on this life log. Okay, and I haven't been wearing it the past few days because I've been wearing the Mudman. But you have a lot of graphical information to display all your steps, as well as the information in more detail on your app, right? So we just turned the step counter on, and what does it say? Let's go through the modes again. See if there's any difference in the modes. No. I don't know. Maybe yeah, I have no idea. You guys are gonna have to come back for part 2, or the review video, or the rundown, or whatever, when we find out more information about the step counter on this watch, the WS-B1000. And I did happen to notice that there's like an older Casio watch, the WS-1000, which was a runner's watch. It kind of looks like a Timex Iron Man, but it's a Casio, and it's specifically for runners, and it has a similar type of 200 lap function on the timer. So this is the WS-B1000, so this must be for runners, given that it has the same type of memory for the laps.
Does it come in other colors, Jimmy?
Yes, there are other colors. That's a good question. There are other colors. I always get the big black and boring colors.
Well, if you got a different color, I might have worn it running.
Oh yes, she already has the DWH 5600, right?
Yeah.
So, all right, Brian wants to show you something absolutely ridiculous. He's wearing 3 watches at once and the Bluetooth tag. This is ridiculous. All right, which one do you guys like the best out of all these?
In this
Oh, you want to wear that one too? All right, well, the GBD-H-2000 could probably fit over your leg because it's like the best watch for a big wrister. Look at that. See how it fits all the way up his wrist? 4 watches at once. Which one do you guys?
I like this one the best.
Okay.
I like that one.
All right. Phil owns this one, but he still says he likes this one the best.
Daddy owns it too.
All right.
Besides mine.
Oh, besides yours. Okay.
They open this.
All right. Now Phil wants me to open the box again. I can only imagine what might be inside here. Let's see. Oh! Mummy's watch is now in the Casio box. All right. So this one I think is a great watch for moms, for women. It's a nice gold color. The baby has tried to destroy it and she has failed.
I dropped it today, face down on the pavement.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Didn't break.
Didn't break.
There's not a scratch on it after.
Yeah, because
I think I've had like a whole year of wearing it.
the bezel is raised. That protects the screen. All right, Donald. Now you'll notice that on this one, same thing. The screen, the mineral glass screen is protected. Probably not as much as on a G-Shock, but it also has these drains, so water won't pool up. So that's a design feature I like to see. I bought this snazzy watch for church. That was a Casio watch and did not have a raised bezel, and it scratched up right away. It scratched very quickly. And that one, I can't remember what it was called, but you can see my video of it. I called it a snazzy watch for church. It was like all metal. But anyways, so you want the raised bezel to protect the screen. And this bezel is barely raised, but it is raised. Can you guys see that? So overall, I think that you want a diminutive, unobtrusive watch, Casio watch with step counting features. This is it. And how much it costs, I feel like an idiot for hitting record on this video and not checking how much it cost. But I remember it being around 50 or 60 bucks. I'll leave a link below for where you guys can purchase it if you are interested. But so far, I'm impressed. This is, like a Casio tier quality watch. Costs a little bit more than some of the other ones, the El Cheapos, which, you know, I expect the Casio watch to cost between $20 or $40, and the El Cheapo ones are what I'd call the ones that, you know, on sale you get for around $20. Like the AE 1500 is usually around $22. And this one's more, but it does have the Bluetooth. And again, I'm not a huge fan of the Bluetooth, but I will try it out and I will see what it does. So check back in and I'll have a better answer on how exactly the step tracker works. And, you know, we can compare it to some of the other step tracker watches, you know, to see how it compares in terms of accuracy and how the information is displayed on the app. All right. So, are there any other questions? Any other? What else should I add? Roxana, come on over here.
Which she likes best.
Here's the baby. All right, she didn't like that. She didn't like that. All right, Roxy, do you want to watch? Maybe that will cheer her up. Let's give her a watch. Give her a watch. Nope. No watch. Oh, and by the way, guys, I've had this for a week. This Yeti, $42. It costs a lot more than I would ever want to pay for a mug, but it's been worth it because it doesn't spill at all. And I love the color. I know that there was one commenter, Turd Ferguson, who said I was like a chick picking out a cup based on the color, but it turns out this color is called King Crab, and they have a whole bunch of King Crab colored Yeti products that are all expensive. However, I did find this so far to be worth the money. And also, oops, now you can see how spill proof it is. Look at that. Verdugo Boulevard, TTM for the Time Machine. Can you guys guess what's in this box? If you guessed Range Man, you were probably correct. Stay tuned to make sure that they actually put my watch back in the box.
Is it the camera?
The camera, no, the Range Man, the GPR H1000. We sent it off for warranty repair because the screws came out of the band, and I sent it back to the Casio Fix-It factory of the West Coast. All right. So, anyways, I am impressed with this WS-B1000 so far. Might be a little bit too small for me. Let's just try it on one more time and see what Denise thinks about the fit on my wrist. Let's put this camera back. And this camera is the Sony ZV-E1, ZV-1F.
Daddy.
Okay, now Donald wants me to open this, all right? It's Phil's watch. Again. Upside down. All right. Thank you, Donald. That was hilarious and unexpected. All right, let me just see what Denise thinks. This is Denise's honest reaction of me wearing the new watch, whose band is long enough for me to wear, but the dimensions are...
It's impressive getting that. This reminds me of the first watch you had when we were dating. Didn't you have a Casio calculator watch?
Do you think
At some point you had a watch that looked kind of like that.
This reminds you of the Casio calculator watch?
Yeah, but didn't yours have like a keypad down there?
What about the dimensions? Do you think it looks...
Yeah, it looks tiny on your arm.
It looks ridiculous? Well, all right, if I wore...
I'm used to seeing you in huge watches, so...
If I, like, could I pull off wearing this? Could a big wrister pull off wearing this? Or would you...
Yeah, I think so. I think a lot of it is that I'm just used to seeing you in a really big watch.
Yeah, like the GBDH 2000, which is like over 3/4 of an inch thick. Yeah, so I mean it fits, and
Yeah, that's
and
impressive.
and it's more legible than the GDB 500, which has a negative LCD screen. So this is definitely a viable alternative if you're good with Casio durability and Casio quality. Like this buckle's plastic. The tang is not. The actual buckle is. And the buttons aren't as well protected against pressing as on, you know, your G-Shock watches.
Why did you?
So, this is definitely a viable alternative. All right? All right, gentlemen, Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. No man comes to the Father except through him. I'm Jim Kinkade. Thanks for watching.